So what we're going to do with this chart is do a little customizing. Last time we did customizing using the buttons, and the same element and style commands are actually in your design ribbon. So this time we're going to be using the design ribbon commands. So the first adjustment that we're going to make is to the style, and these are the various styles. And they would like us to pick style 5. So we are going to go ahead and select style 5. And then they would like us to adjust the colors. And we're going to click on the color list arrow. And they would like the color 3 option. This is the third row in the colorful group. So it's this row. We're going to go ahead and select it. And then they would like us to adjust the layout of the chart. And we're going to use the quick layout for that. And there are a lot of different layouts available. And again, there is a live preview, so you can kind of point and pause to see what these different layouts look like. The one that they would like us to pick is layout number 1. So we're going to go ahead and select that one. Now in this particular layout, we do not have axis titles. So we've got the y-axis on the left and we've got the x-axis along the bottom, but we don't have titles for those axes or axes. So we are going to click on the Add Chart element, and we're going to point to Access Titles, and we're going to click Primary Horizontal. And that puts a little access title in here, and I'm going to kind of double click in here. And let me get rid of the default text, which is not very title friendly, and I'm just going to type in department. Okay, whoop. And then I'm going to kind of click away here. And then we're going to click on that chart element arrow again, access titles, and this time we're going to do the vertical one. So I'm going to kind of click in here and drag over the current title. And then right over the top of the highlighting, I'm going to key in expenditure amounts. And they would like us to press the enter key, but that actually doesn't work very well. So what I normally do is just kind of click away. Now, the chart title, we're going to click in that placeholder, and that selects it. So you end up having to click a second time to get into edit mode. And I'm just going to drag over the current title and key in half yearly expenditures. Now, they would like us at this point to get rid of the expenditure amount title. So if we click on the border here, we should be able to just delete that title right out. So kind of to recap, when you are working with these placeholders for the different titles, clicking on them once selects them. If you want to change the text, you actually have to click a second time. Okay, and you could highlight text that's there. You can insert or delete characters. When you're done, click away. What they would like us to do next is move the legend. So I'm going to click on the legend, and you'll see there's sizing handles. We could resize this, but what they want is for us to move the legend up. Okay, so it's about the same height as the grid lines. Okay, and to move the legend, you don't want to point at a sizing handle because that'll change the size. So you're pointing at a border getting the move symbol and left dragging. Now, the last thing that they would like us to do is move the entire chart into a new sheet. Right now, it is embedded in the same sheet as our worksheet data, and they would like us to move the chart. So we're going to click on Move Chart. The Object In option that is selected embeds. So what we're going to choose is New Sheet, because that's going to take the entire chart and put it into a special charting window. So we're going to choose New Sheet and click OK. Okay, and you can see that the charting window looks quite a bit different than having it embedded in a worksheet. So once you've got this moved, we're going to go ahead and hit Save. So now that we have this in its own charting sheet, they want us to move it from the charting sheet into Sheet 2. So, still need to be in the design ribbon. We're going to hit Move Chart. And now we're going to choose Object In because we're going to embed. And we're going to choose Sheet 2. Okay, so now we have it in Sheet 2. And they would like us to go back to Sheet 1 because the chart itself is connected to Sheet 1. So they would like us to go back to Sheet 1 and change a couple amounts, and that is actually going to change how our chart looks. So we're going to go to B7, and we're going to change the amount to $19,750. And then we're going to go down to D8. And we're going to change the amount. We're going to decrease it to $63,320. And then we're going to go over to G8 and increase the amount to $75,570. And then they would like us to activate cell A2. So we go ahead and click on that. And if we take a peek at the chart, you should notice that the bars have adjusted to reflect the changes in the numbers. Now we're going to click outside of the chart to deselect it. And they would like us to insert a header that prints our name on the left side, the current date in the middle, and the file name on the right. So I'm going to go into page layout here. And I'm going to go ahead and click on the left. And that would be my name. I'm going to click in the center. And in the center, they wanted the current date. And then I'm going to click on the right. And on the right, they wanted the file name. Okay, and then I'm going to click out of the header. I should be able to see all of that information. And we're going to save. They do want us to go into Backstage and into Print to take a look. And if the chart does not fit on one page, and it doesn't because they did not instruct us to move the chart, then we are going to change. Why don't we change this to landscape? And we're still not on one page. To also get it on one, let's do shrink or fit sheet on one page. Okay, now we do have it on one. But let's go back here and move it because we really don't want that shrunk. We just move that over. Move that over here. And you can go back to normal view for this if you prefer. Let me save. Now we'll go back in. Okay, and that looks way better. Okay, so at this point, we're going to save. And we are done with this chart and spreadsheet.